everyone, it's Marie from the Greeting Farm. Welcome to Stamp and Scrapbook Expo's Learn at Home Mini Edition, Get Down with Digital Stamps. Now, if you don't know what digital stamps are, you're in luck because our design team member Amy is going to show you what it's all about. So sit back, relax, and get ready to learn some new techniques.
Hey everyone, Amy here for the Greeting Farm, and today we're going to be getting down with digital stamps. I will be teaching the basics in Microsoft Word. So what is a digital stamp? It is a high resolution vector image that can easily be adjusted without losing quality, which means we can do things like resize by clicking and dragging on a corner. You can fill up a card front to your liking, and then we can also rotate an image by going up to the top. You'll notice there is a little rotate icon. Just click and hold and move your mouse. And then to flip an image, you're going to click and hold on the corner and quickly drag to the opposite corner. You'll notice I have two images on the screen. One is a JPEG, which comes with a white bounding box around the image, and the other is a PNG that has a white fill within the lines. PNGs make for easy layering, where JPEGs are typically used for single images on a card or as a backdrop. So for an example, we're going to take the PNG and we're going to move it over in front of the JPEG, and you'll notice that you can still see everything that's not inside the lines. Whereas if you take a JPEG and you move it over a PNG, the bounding box is going to cover everything around it. And so for this purpose of layering, you're going to want to get PNGs, and if you haven't visited the TGF store lately, you're going to want to go check it out because Marie has been busy adding sets for us to build scenes with. So let's get started with some of those scenes. So let's build a scene now. To do that, we're going to click on these and delete them. Then we're going to go up to Layout, Margins, and select Narrow. This just gives us a larger area to play around with. And you'll notice that up top there is a ruler and one on the side. That's going to help us keep our layered scene within the card front. So if you're doing a standard A2, you would go 4.5 by 5.5. If you're more of a visual person, you can go up to Insert and select Shape and go into a rectangle. Then you're just going to double click on the word pad, and then you're going to go up to Shape Fill, select None, and up in the right corner is the parameter box. Select the size you want it, so A2, 5.5 by 4.25. Now anything we build our scene within, it'll be within that box. Go up to Insert, Picture, this device. Find the folder in your computer where you store your digis. So I'll go to TGF, and we're going to go to our window scenes. Let's select a bay window. And you'll notice once you have the digi in, you can't move it around right now. So in order to move it, you need to right click on the image. And you're going to go up to Wrap Text and either select behind text or in front of text. Since this we know will be in the background of the scene, we're going to go behind. Then you're going to click and drag on a corner and resize it. And you just click on the image and move it anywhere you want. We'll stay within our little bounding box. And then we're going to go to Insert, Picture, this device, and let's select the girl. And once again, you can't move her without right clicking, Wrap Text, and we'll do in front of text for her because we know she's going to sit on the bay window. And then we're going to move her where we want her. Click and drag to resize her. And once we have that, we're going to go back up into Insert, Picture, this device, and let's select the little puppy dog this time. And you're going to right click, Wrap Text, and in front of text. And then we will move him over and we will click and drag on the corner to resize. And then we're also going to want to flip him facing the other way. And like we went over earlier, you can click on the corner and drag it the opposite direction. Or you can go up to this layout and the rotate icon and hit horizontal and it'll flip him that way. So whichever way is easier for you to flip. And then we're going to adjust him over where we like him. And there we go. There we have cute little scene using the bay windows. Let's build another scene. So we're going to go to Insert Pictures, this device, and let's go to our TGF folder. And this time let's build a little kitchen scene. So we're going to find our kitchen set. We're going to double click on a cabinet to add it to the page. Then we're going to right click on the digi, go to Wrap Text in front of text so we can move it. Then we'll go back up to Insert Picture, this device, and we'll add another piece of cabinet. We'll right click, wrap text in front of text, move it next to the other one. And then we're going to go back up to Insert Picture, this device, and we're going to add let's add a dishwasher next to our cabinets. Double click to add it to the page, then right click on the digi, wrap text in front of text so we can move it and move it on over next to our cabinets. And you'll notice it's a little close to our line of our card front, so let's move it over. Now let's go up to Insert Picture, this device. We're going to need some top cabinets, so let's select this side one, right click on it, wrap text in front of text, and move it on up, and let's resize it so it's a little bit smaller. And then we're going to click off of the image so we can go up to Insert Picture, this device, and we're going to insert another top cabinet piece. Let's select this one. You double click to add it to the page, then you're going to right click on the digi, and you're going to go to Text Wrap and in front of image, and we'll resize it. Now we're going to click off of that and we're going to go back into Insert Picture, this device, and let's add another top cabinet piece. We're going to select the same one we did before. We're going to right click on it, wrap text in front of text, and now we're going to move it on over and we're going to resize it. And we're also going to have to rotate it. So to do that, you're going to either click on the corner and click and drag, or go up to the little rotate icon and flip it horizontally. And there we go, got it adjusted. Now let's go up to Insert Picture, this device, and we're going to need to add a little, let's do the island counter. We're going to right click, wrap text in front of text, and move it down into the bottom of our card front. Let's go to Insert Picture, this device. And let's add, we're going to need something on top of our counter. So let's add the dishes up there. We'll grab the single one first. Where was that? It was right up here. Double click on it, add it to the page, and then we're going to right click on it, and we're going to do wrap text in front of text, and then we're going to move it on over on the island. You can also adjust it, get it to the right size, and then we're going to go to Insert Picture, this device, and we're going to add the stack of dishes now. Right next to it, double click, right click, wrap text in front of text, and let's move it over to the plate and resize it. And there we go. And now we need a little character in this scene. So what else would be perfect but a kitty cat? So let's go to our TGF folder and let's go to our window scene. We're going to right click, wrap text in front of text. Oops, I clicked on the wrong one, so we're just going to click on the kitty again. And we're going to go to right click, wrap text in front of text. And now we can move him and we'll shrink him a little bit. So what is a kitty doing on the island counter? Usually nothing good. So let's take this individual plate. Let's click on it and go on the rotate icon. Rotate it over so it looks like that kitty's kind of knocking things off. Typical kitty. Now let's do another scene, but this time instead of building as we go, let's go in, get all the items we want, put them on the page, and then we will build from there. So we're going to go to Insert Picture, this device, go to our TGF folder, and let's do Build a Living Room. And then once we're into that file, let's go and pull out a rug. Double click to add it. Click off of the rug, go back up to Insert Picture, this device, and let's go and find, let's put in an end table. Double click, and then click off of the end table, go back up to Insert Picture, this device. And of course we need something to go on top of that end table, so let's scroll and see what we want to put in there. I think we'll do a little lamp. Let's select the square one. Then we're going to need a chair, so Insert Picture in this device. Let's find a chair. And we'll do this one. Double click to insert it. Click off of the chair. Go to Insert Picture, this device. And we're going to need a little character to go inside the scene. So let's go to the Build a Bedroom set. And I know there's a cute little sleeping kitty we can add. And we're going to double click. And now we have all the items we need to build a little scene. So let's right click on the rug, wrap text, and we can go behind text because we know it's going to be at the bottom. And we'll click and move it to where we want it positioned within our little card frame. Then we'll click on the chair, right click, wrap text in front of text, which allows us to now be able to move it. And we'll go up to the little rotate icon and we'll flip it horizontally. Let's click on the kitty, right click, wrap text in front of text, and now we can move him, and we'll move him out of the way so we can resize here. And then we'll move the kitty back over so it's sleeping on the chair. And now let's go and click and move these two items. We'll right click and wrap text on the lamp, and we'll go in front of text. And we'll move it up there, and we'll have to readjust our rug. Now we can right click on the little side table, wrap text, and we can go behind text, move it so it's behind the little chair. Right click on the corner and drag to move it around. And then we'll move the table lamp down. And we have this cozy little scene that we're building. And I think we need to add a little sentiment to this one. So let's go to Insert Picture, this table. And I know the Hello from Home set has a cute little sentiment that will be perfect in this one. So let's go find our Hello from Home. And we'll find the perfect sentiment. And we'll right click, wrap text in front of text. And we'll just click and drag it on up. We'll resize it by clicking on the corner and dragging up. And let's see, we'll move it over into the right corner. Here we go. We have another cute little A2 size card. And now we're going to make a horizontal A2 card. So to begin with, we're going to change our little rectangle parameter to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 horizontally. And then we're going to go up to Insert Picture, this device. And then we will find our TGF folder. And we're going to make a food truck card this time. So we'll go to the folder, double click. Let's put a tree in first. We'll have a tree in the background. Double click. Then we'll right click, wrap text. And we'll go in back of text because we know it's going to be in the background, and we'll shrink it down so it gives us a nice perspective in the card. We'll go even smaller by clicking on the corner and dragging up. Now we're going to go to Insert Picture, this device. We're going to insert the food truck. Double click. Then we'll right click on the digi, wrap text in front of text so we can move it, and then we will drag and click from the corner to resize it. We'll go even a little bit bigger this time. And then we're going to go up to insert picture, this device. Actually, let's make it a tad bit bigger. Now we'll click off of the food truck. You'll go up to insert picture, this device. And let's add a hamburger. And we'll right click, wrap text in front of text. And we'll move it over and we'll click and drag and resize. Click off of the hamburger. And then we'll go back up to picture, insert picture, this device, and we'll add some French fries to this scene. Double click on the French fries, and then let's add a drink to the menu. Insert picture, this device, find a drink, double click, and you'll notice how it has the image is highlighted. If we don't click off of that before going to insert picture, this device, you'll find that when you do insert another picture, it's just going to replace that highlighted digi with the current one you selected. So always make sure you click off of the current digi before you go to insert picture. Now let's go add our drink back in. Double click. Now right click, wrap text in front of text. And we'll move it up and we'll shrink it because he doesn't need a big gulp. And then we'll go to the burrito. We'll right click, wrap text in front of text. And let's rotate it vertical. We'll stick it right up here next to the hamburger. And then let's grab our fries and we'll go right click, wrap text in front of, and we'll move it, resize it, and move it over. There we go. Now click off of the images. Let's go to insert picture, this device. And let's find some characters to add in. We'll go to the Baldies and add in some Ians. And let's go insert picture, this device, and add a hat. And then we'll click off of it and right click, wrap text in front of. We'll click on Ian, right click, wrap text in front of, move him over where we want him to sit behind the food truck so that he looks like he's inside serving. We'll take the hat, resize it, click and drag. And you'll notice off to the right we have our selection, and each one of those items is an item that's in the scene. So if you click and drag those, you can move them around. So if we want to move Ian to the back, we're going to click on him and drag him all the way to the bottom. And that way he's now behind the food truck. And then we're going to click on the hat and we'll also drag it down below, but one in front of him. So it is in front of, on top of Ian. There we go. Now he is inside the food truck. Now we're going to go to insert picture, this device, and we need to add a customer. So we'll choose another Ian, the back facing. Right click, wrap text in front of text, move him over, click and drag to resize, and then we're going to take it all the way to the opposite side to flip him the opposite way. You may have noticed in the store that Marie now provides some completed scene digital images, and what those are is it comes as one complete image. You can't take them apart and separate them, but that doesn't mean that you can't customize them because you can still add individual digis to a completed scene. So let's add the completed bay window scene, right click, wrap text in back of text, and so we can move it around and then resize it within our rectangle that represents our card front. Get it sized nicely, then click off of it, and we're going to go to insert picture, this device, and I'll go to our TGF folder, and this time let's go to our postal and add a postal woman to the scene. And then we'll double click and add her, and we're going to right click, wrap text, and we're going to put her in front of text for now. That way we can gauge how small we want her and where we want her to be standing within the scene. So we'll move her, and then we're going to go over to our selection and move her below the window, and we can still go smaller. So we'll move her back up, resize, then we'll click on the image in the selection and drag it down below the completed scene, and there we go, a completed scene, quick and easy, and still customizable. Did you guys know that August marks the 12th year of the Greeting Farm? So congratulations to Marie and happy birthday, Anya. And in honor of that, she has provided us with a birthday set featuring 2 Anyas and 4 outfits. You'll notice that each of the Anyas comes in just a bathing suit so that the outfits can be layered over them. That is one of the great things about digital stamps, is you can mix and match and layer very easily. It reminds me of playing with paper dolls and when I was younger. So they're a lot of fun, and I hope there's more sets coming like this. You'll notice the pool set before had some cool outfits. And we'll add in the second Anya. And then we'll go start inserting the clothes, and you'll notice there's a pantsuit. We'll insert that, then we'll click off of it, go up to insert picture, this device, and we'll add a little mini dress, which could also be worn as a t-shirt if you layered it over the pantsuit. That could be super cute. Insert picture, and we'll add the little jumper outfit. Insert picture, this device. We'll add this little party dress. And there we go. Now let's start arranging them. We're going to right click, wrap text, and in front of text. And we're going to do each one of them in front of text. And the way that works with the program is the first item you added is always going to be in the back. So unless you click to do the wrap text in back, the first item you entered will always be the back item. So when we put in the first Anya and then we add the clothes no matter what are going to be in front of her. And to rearrange that, you would go open up the layout and selection panel, and then you can click and drag the layers to fix that if you wanted a certain item in the back after selecting in front of text. So there's all our outfits laid out for us and our 2 beautiful girls. And let's start trying on some outfits. We're going to move this one in, and we got to resize it. So we're going to click on the corner and drag it down. There we go. We'll grab this little mini dress. How cute is that? Now this dress could also be, if we click on it and we flip it, it can have the ruffle on the opposite side. So you can make that little dress pretty versatile. Yes, there we go. And now let's try on the little jumper outfit. Perfect fit. And I think we've got our 2 winning outfits. So we'll move this over here, and let's get delete these and we will start building a scene around them. The great thing about digital stamps is how versatile they are and how easy they are to layer and build scenes with. We don't have to spend time masking. And let's go to Insert Pictures. This device. And let's go to our TGF folder and let's go to the birthday party set and start adding some party supplies in there. And let's see. I think we need to add, let's do a balloon. We'll use those to help us do the sentiment. Insert a 9. Move this Anya over here so we can, as we add in digis, we can right click on them easier. And let's go to Insert Picture, this device. And let's go add in, gonna need a cake, because you can't have a birthday party without a cake. Oops. I highlighted them all, so let's click off of them so we're no longer highlighted. And we're gonna go to Insert Picture, this device. And let's add in, we're going to need something for that cake to sit on, so let's get a table. And we'll insert that in here. There it is. And we'll right click and wrap text so that we can move it down. It's going to need some ribbons to decorate it actually, so let's add that. Now we'll right click and wrap text and move it down. And we'll do in front of text. There we go. And we're going to have to resize it a little bit. Click on it, click, and you'll notice how I clicked on the little notch in the middle instead of the sides, and that allows you to make it either skinnier or wider. And so I'll kind of move it, click and drag from the sides, and now we're gonna go to the cake. Actually, we'll grab this ribbon. We're gonna wrap text in front of text, and now we're gonna right click and we're also gonna copy it. We'll right click and we'll paste it. And we'll move that down to the side. Pretty decoration for these stylish girls. Now we'll go grab the cake and we'll right click, wrap text in front of text. Move it down. And we're gonna click and drag and resize it, and we're also gonna grab the notch in the middle and kind of make it a little pudgier. And then we're gonna grab our Anya, move her behind the table. And we'll grab the party dress, make sure she's got her clothes on. And grab the other Anya, move it on over. And we'll resize them down a little bit. get the clothes readjusted. There we go. I'm kind of picky when it comes to clothes. Alright, there we go. And let's rotate our balloons. Give them a little fun look about them. There we go. Move and rotate. There we go. Move the 9 over. Rotate it a bit. Now it looks like 2 helium balloons. Let's click off of it. And let's go up to insert picture, this device. And let's add let's go into our birthday girls and add a fun sentiment. You'll notice in the store that Marie has been adding some very cool sentiments that you can purchase for your stamps. Love her sentiments, and this one is one of my favorites. You don't look a day over fabulous. What a perfect sentiment for this set. There we go. Now we'll click off of the sentiment. We'll keep adding to this scene because there's more to be had. Let's go to insert picture, this device. And let's see, let's go back to our TGF folder and go to the birthday party. And let's do a candle. Let's see what that looks like on it. So insert, right click, wrap text in front of text. And we'll move it on over in front of the cake. We're going to resize it a little bit. Layer it there. You know, it just looks too busy and gets lost in the hair. So let's just click on it and delete it. Insert picture, this device. And we'll just move on to adding some presents to around the table. So let's find a good present to put in there. And we'll let's grab this stack of 2, insert. And we'll right click and wrap text. And now we'll move it and we'll click and drag to resize it. And we'll put it on the table, or we can even resize it and make it bigger, and she can have some larger presents that didn't fit on the table. So let's insert picture, this device. Let's add another gift. Let's do the gift bag this time. Scroll down and find, there it is. Let's add this one. Insert. Then we'll right click, wrap text in front of text. And we'll move it on. Oops, I have to wrap text in front of text. There we go. I missed it the first time. We'll grab the corner, click and drag, make it a little bit smaller, move it over, get it where we want it, and then readjust that. And let's flip it horizontally. And let's go to insert picture of this device. And let's go to the kitchen set. Let's add some plates to this table. So all these sets from Marie really work together well and are interchangeable, and you can add little bits here and there that really make a difference to a scene. So I really suggest collecting as many as you can because they all are so much fun, and the accessories, you'll never know when it'll be just the perfect one for another scene. So we'll go back to our TGF file. Let's go to the birthday party. And this time let's add a drink. And we're going to right click, wrap text in front of text, and we'll move it over here, and let's flip it again horizontally. And we'll click and drag and resize it a little bit smaller, fit within the scene. Move it over there. Let's copy it and add another one. So we'll paste and move it down. Add another one. And let's flip one of them. There we go. Arrange them on the table. And we got a cute little party scene for these fabulous ladies celebrating their 29th birthday. And you can always play around and get the just how you want it. Okay, so let's create another scene that I can color and print for everyone. So while I'm putting this scene together, let's kind of talk about some other common questions. What kind of equipment will you need? You'll need a computer or a tablet. You'll need a printer, and you will need some quality paper. The better the quality of paper, the less chance the ink is going to smear. If you are running into problems with your ink smearing, you can either try a different kind of paper, or you can also heat set or run it through a laminator, or let it sit over the inks dry and sit overnight, then begin coloring. And what kind of printer do you need? Both laser or jet ink work just fine. Like I said, the smearing is going to depend more on quality of paper and the thickness of lines on the digital images, or how large you resize them. If you blow an image up really big, it's going to take more ink to print, and the more ink you have, the longer it's going to take to dry. So though if you're going to do a really big image, you're going to be better off heat setting the image so it's completely dry before you start coloring. My choices of paper, I just prefer Copic, Express It, or Catherine Pooler, but there are a lot of good quality papers out there that you can use. It's going to be kind of trial and error. If you're finding the ink is smearing after you print it, maybe try a different cardstock. You can use any kind of medium to color. You can print watercolor paper as long as the printer either has a top or back feed. The watercolor paper will run through a printer, and you can use digital stamps with watercoloring as well as Copics and pencils. And you can definitely also use digital stamps and physical stamps together, and for that I would stay tuned for the advanced class that we'll be doing next, and I will show you a demonstration on that. And as I'm putting this scene together, let's start arranging it. Get the plant resized. We're going to go wrap text in front of text, and we're going to move this chair Click on the corners, click and drag to resize. Then I'm going to click the corner and flip it to the opposite side to flip the image. Gonna click on her, wrap text in front of text. Gonna click on her, move her over. Then I'm gonna go to layout, use the rotate icon on this one, resize her in the chair. Right click, wrap text in front of text. We'll move the sentiment on up. We'll move it over. Click and drag on the edge to resize it a little smaller. Click on the plant, click on the corner, click and drag down to make it a little bit smaller to fit within our card parameter. We're going to have to move her over a little bit. Go down. Move her down. Then we're going to click on the book, right click, wrap text, put it in front of text. And we're going to have to flip it. So go to the flip icon and flip horizontal. Move it over in front of her. Resize it down a little bit. Put it on her lap. Right click on the kitty. Wrap text in front of text, and we're also going to move him down and resize him. And there we go. Just the book. We're going to go to the rotate icon and flip him horizontally. Click and drag to resize him smaller. A little smaller on her lap. Let's move the book down a bit. Move him over. And there we go. We have a cute little scene, and we will go to, you can either go File. Before we print this, we're going to remove the rectangles because we don't need that printed with it. So just click on it and delete. Then we'll go to File and we'll go to Print. And there you go. You would print that scene out. Like I said, you can use any kind of cardstock. The better quality, the less chance of smearing it will do. But play around with the cardstock and find one that you like. And if you find it smearing, always try heat setting, laminating, or letting it dry first, and use a medium of choice. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope it was helpful, and I hope you'll join us for the advanced lesson coming up next. Thank you very much, and I hope you have a lot of fun with your digis. do a quick recap. What are digital stamps? Digital stamps are high-resolution vector graphics that can be adjusted without losing quality, but keep in mind they do have their limitations, and the larger you make an image, you will start to see some distortion. What are the differences? Well, they are electronic product, and they can be resized, and they can easily be flipped, rotated, and layered with other digital stamps. What are some of the pros and cons? Well, pros, they're versatile. They have instant gratification. You can download them as soon as you buy them. They are resizable, easy to layer, mix and match, rotate, and scene build. They take up no physical space. Cons, they are not a physical item, requires a computer, printer, or electronic storage space, and ink can smear if you don't have the right paper. Equipment, computer or tablets, printer, either laser or inkjet, photo editing program, Word, Pages, Sparks, Photoshop. Cardstock makes a huge difference and makes sure it runs through your computer and ink won't smear. Mediums to color. You can use any medium with digital stamps. Can you use digital stamps with physical stamps? Yes, you can. And if you stay tuned to part 2, we will be providing a video on just how to do that. So I hope you will watch that one as well. Thank you.
Hi again, it's Marie from the Greeting Farm. We really hope you enjoyed this lesson for Stamp and Scrapbook Expo's Learn at Home Mini Edition, Get Down with Digital Stamps. We really hope you give it a try. Thank you. Bye-bye.